Gentlemen, what if the thing sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now could do more for your firmness, your energy, and your testosterone levels than any pill your doctor ever prescribed? I know that sounds bold, and honestly, the first time I heard about this in the literature, I nearly dismissed it too. But after seeing the results in my own patients, men in their 50s, 60s, even 70s, I had to take it seriously. We're talking about olive oil, not swallowing it, applying it to a specific area of the body. And the science behind why this works is something most men have never been told. If you're dealing with low energy, softer erections, or just that creeping sense that something isn't firing the way it used to, this video could genuinely change how you approach your health. Stay with me. I'm Dr. Narita, a urologist with 12 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their vitality, strength, and confidence. I've worked with thousands of men who thought their best days were behind them. Men who were frustrated, embarrassed, and frankly, a little desperate for answers. What I'm sharing with you today isn't a gimmick, it's biology. And when you understand why it works, you'll wish someone had told you sooner. Before we dive in, hit that like button right now and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I read every single one. And if you're new here, subscribe. I post every week specifically for men who want to stay strong and vital after 50. Gentlemen, let's be honest about what's actually happening. Problem number 1, the testosterone cliff. After 50, most men lose 1 to 2% of their testosterone every single year. That doesn't sound like much until you do the math. By 60, you could be operating at 70% of the hormonal capacity you had at 40. That's not just a number. That's the difference between waking up energized and dragging yourself through the day, between confidence and that quiet, uncomfortable self-doubt that creeps in when you're in the bedroom. Problem number 2, blood flow is silently failing. Your vascular system, the network of arteries and vessels that deliver blood where it needs to go, starts stiffening with age. Cholesterol plaques build up, arteries narrow, and the result? Less blood gets to the tissues that need it most. Firmness becomes unreliable, energy tanks, and most men assume that's just getting old. Problem number 3, you're being sold the wrong solutions. The pill industry wants you to believe that synthetic chemicals are the only answer. But here's the problem with that thinking. Pills treat the symptom, not the system. They don't restore anything. They create dependency. And for many men, the side effects, headaches, flushing, vision changes, make them barely worth it. What if the real solution was something your body could actually absorb directly? Something that works with your biology rather than around it. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. When you eat olive oil, it passes through your digestive system, gets processed by your liver, and arrives in your bloodstream in a diluted, modified form. Beneficial? Yes. But you're losing much of the active compound, oleocanthal, squalene, and especially the polyphenols, to the digestive process. When you apply olive oil topically to scrotal skin specifically, you bypass that entire filtration system. The scrotal region has a unique biological feature: exceptionally thin, highly permeable skin with direct proximity to the testes and their blood supply. Studies in rodent models, including a notable Egyptian research paper, showed that topical olive oil application increased testosterone levels by nearly 17%, significantly higher than oral consumption in the same study group. Think of it like this. Imagine trying to water a plant by pouring water onto the roof of your house versus watering directly at the root. Same water, completely different delivery. For men who have been quietly struggling with their drive, their performance, their sense of vitality, understanding this changes the narrative. You're not broken. You're just not using the right delivery system. That shift in perspective alone can reduce the shame and frustration that so many men carry in silence. Use 1 to 2 teaspoons of high-quality extra virgin olive oil. Look for cold-pressed, single origin, with a harvest date on the bottle. Warm it slightly between your palms and apply gently to the scrotal area, massaging lightly for 2 to 3 minutes. Do this once per day, ideally in the morning before a shower. Allow 5 to 10 minutes of absorption time before rinsing. Expect to notice changes in energy and libido within 3 to 4 weeks of consistent use. Robert, 58, came to me after his GP told him his testosterone was low normal, which, as I explained to him, is doctor speak for, "We don't want to prescribe medication yet, so we'll wait." He told me, "Doc, I feel like I'm watching myself age from the inside." After 4 weeks on this topical protocol, combined with the lifestyle changes I'll share next, he came back and said, "I feel like I woke up." His follow-up labs showed a 19% increase in free testosterone. Extra virgin olive oil is one of the richest natural sources of oleuropein and hydroxytyrosol, two polyphenols that have been studied for their effect on Leydig cells. These are the specialized cells in the testes responsible for producing testosterone. Here's the key mechanism. Oxidative stress, essentially cellular rust, is one of the primary killers of Leydig cell function after 50. These polyphenols are potent antioxidants that specifically protect Leydig cells from oxidative damage. Less damage to these cells means more consistent testosterone production. It's not a hormone replacement. It's a hormonal restoration. Think of Leydig cells like solar panels. When they're covered in grime, oxidative damage, they stop generating power efficiently. Olive oil polyphenols are the cleaning solution. There's something deeply empowering about knowing that your body still has the capacity to produce testosterone naturally. You're not relying on synthetic hormones. You're not dependent on a pharmaceutical company. You're giving your body what it needs to do what it was always designed to do. For a lot of men, that reclaims a sense of agency that they'd lost. Not all olive oil is equal. Many supermarket bottles labeled extra virgin are adulterated with refined oils. Look for certified olive oils from Greece, Italy, or Spain with polyphenol content listed, ideally above 300 milligrams per kilogram. Brands with the EU protected designation of origin seal are generally reliable. Avoid plastic bottles which degrade polyphenol content. Always store in a dark glass bottle away from heat. One of the most underappreciated causes of erectile dysfunction in men over 50 is endothelial dysfunction, when the lining of your blood vessels stops functioning properly. This lining is responsible for producing nitric oxide, which is the compound that relaxes blood vessels and allows increased blood flow. Oleic acid, the primary fatty acid in olive oil, has been shown in multiple cardiovascular studies to improve endothelial function and increase nitric oxide bioavailability. When applied topically near high-demand vascular tissue, this effect can be remarkably direct. Less arterial stiffness, better blood delivery, firmer, more reliable erections. The psychological weight that comes with unreliable performance, the anticipatory anxiety, the avoidance of intimacy, the toll it takes on relationships, is something I see erode men's quality of life profoundly. When blood flow is restored and reliability improves, men describe it as more than physical. They feel reconnected to their partners and to themselves. To amplify this effect, combine topical application with 20 minutes of moderate cardio 3 times weekly. Brisk walking is sufficient. Also consider adding beetroot juice or citrulline supplementation to your routine to further boost nitric oxide. Reduce processed vegetable oils in your diet. Corn oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, as these compete with oleic acid and promote the very inflammation you're trying to address. Gerald, 64, a retired engineer. He told me he had stopped initiating intimacy with his wife because he was afraid of disappointing her. It's easier to just avoid it, he said. After 8 weeks on this protocol, plus the cardiovascular addition, he came back visibly different. He sat down and said, "I had forgotten what it felt like to feel like a man." That's not a clinical outcome. That's a life restored. Here is where most of the information online goes wrong, and where I want to be very precise with you. The area of application matters enormously. The scrotal skin is anatomically unique. It is one of the most permeable skin surfaces in the entire body, with absorption rates for lipid-soluble compounds significantly higher than arm or leg skin. It sits in direct proximity to the testes and their blood supply. Research on testosterone gel formulations has consistently shown that scrotal application yields 40 times higher testosterone absorption than application to the arm or shoulder. The same principle applies here. Applying olive oil to your chest or thighs will give you moisturized skin. Applying it to the correct anatomical site activates the biological pathway we've been discussing. I understand this may feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable to discuss. That discomfort is cultural, not clinical. This is your body, and you deserve to understand it fully and care for it intelligently. Every man deserves that information without embarrassment. Step by step, wash and gently dry the area beforehand. Warm 1 to 2 teaspoons of quality extra virgin olive oil between your palms. Apply with light circular massage for 2 to 3 minutes. Allow 5 to 10 minutes before showering. Do this once daily. Morning is ideal to take advantage of the natural cortisol-testosterone rhythm of the body. The total time investment is under 10 minutes per day. Olive oil is a powerful foundation, but it works best as part of a system. 3 additions significantly amplify outcomes. First, zinc. Your testes require zinc to produce testosterone, and most men over 50 are mildly deficient, 15 to 30 milligrams daily. Second, vitamin D3. Functions more like a hormone than a vitamin in the male body, and its deficiency is directly correlated with low testosterone in men over 50. Aim for 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily with K2. Third, sleep. Testosterone production occurs primarily during deep sleep. Men averaging under 6 hours of sleep show testosterone levels comparable to men a full decade older. When men begin to see this as a system of self-respect, daily habits that signal to their body that they are invested in their vitality, something shifts. It's not about vanity. It's about showing up for themselves and for the people who count on them. Men who adopt this mindset are the ones I see transform most dramatically. Your supporting daily stack. Morning, olive oil application plus vitamin D3 with K2 plus 15 milligrams zinc with breakfast. Afternoon, 20 minutes of walking. Evening, lights low by 9 p.m., phone face down by 10 p.m., in bed by 11 p.m. No alcohol in the 90 minutes before sleep. Even one drink reduces deep sleep testosterone production by measurable amounts. This stack is zero prescription, low cost, and sustainable. Gentlemen, here is exactly what you are going to do starting tomorrow. Get the right olive oil. Extra virgin, cold pressed, dark glass bottle, polyphenol content above 300 milligrams per kilogram. Check the harvest date. It should be within 18 months. Apply daily. Scrotal skin, 1 to 2 teaspoons, warm between palms, light massage 2 to 3 minutes every morning. Add the supporting stack, vitamin D3, zinc, and protect your sleep. These 3 are non-negotiable for results. That's it. No prescription required, no side effects, no complicated regimen. Give it 4 weeks before you evaluate. Your body needs time to respond, and it will. If you've been frustrated, if you've been embarrassed, if you've quietly started to wonder whether that part of your life is simply over, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are not past your time. Your body is not betraying you. It is asking for support that it hasn't been given. Even after 60, the male body retains remarkable capacity for restoration. I have seen it hundreds of times. The men who recover their vitality are not exceptional. They are simply the ones who didn't give up and who gave their body the right tools. You made it to this video. That tells me something about you. You are the kind of man who takes action. So take this one. If this video helped you, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps me reach more men who need this information. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these points surprised you most? Was it the absorption science, the polyphenol connection, or the application site? I want to know. Share this with one man in your life over 50, a friend, a brother, a colleague, who deserves to know this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Every week, I bring you evidence-based strategies specifically for men who refuse to go quietly into decline. I'm Dr. Narita, reminding you that after 50, vitality isn't lost. It's waiting to be awakened. Take care of yourselves, gentlemen, and I'll see you in the next one.